Hello, I'm Jonathan Staiano, owner of the Staiano Clinic, and I'm just doing this short blog to talk a little bit about my feelings about some of the recent news stories about cosmetic surgery regulation. Something's just recently come out with some GMC guidelines for doctors performing cosmetic surgery, and there was a story that I was asked to comment on a week or so ago, a few weeks ago, about practitioners performing Botox who've been previously struck off the nursing register. And the thing that strikes me about all of this is the distinct lack of regulation in the cosmetic surgery industry. I really think that the Botox story, the more I think about it, the real story there was more that the regulation is such that these people who may be struck off from the nursing register, there's absolutely no law against them doing Botox, and actually that's the story. The story is you don't need any qualifications to do Botox or fillers, and a lot of cosmetic surgery is done by people who aren't trained, who've got no formal training in cosmetic surgery or plastic surgery, and in fact, I've got no formal training in surgery, and I think that's, for me, that's where the story is. That there's a real problem with the level of training out there. And one of the big issues is that there isn't any specific specialty of cosmetic surgery. So no one can say, I've got a certification in cosmetic surgery. There's only there's plastic surgery, there's general surgery, and there's other types of surgery. So there's eye surgeons and ear, nose and throat surgeons, all of whom do some cosmetic surgery. And that's all fine, but I think people need to be aware that they need to look for someone who's fully trained in a specialty, one of the specialties I've mentioned, or especially relevant for their procedure that they're having an operation on, because there's a lot of people who aren't trained in anything. They may have some surgical training, but they haven't got any specialist surgical training, or they may not have any surgical training at all. And I think that's really where the problem we've got in this country with cosmetic surgery regulation and training. And the recent guidelines are great, absolutely great, but they're guidelines that we've been working, any BARPS member has been working under for some time. We've had that for a long time. We can't do discount offers. We've got to give a 2-week cooling off period. These are quite basic things that you would expect of your practitioner. And I think they can go a lot further, and it'd be great if it went even further than guidelines and went to a formal legislation. But until that happens, the onus is on the public. So I think the more we can get out there, the more we can. It's great when radio stations and television want to talk to me, because the more I can get out there and educate the public, I think that's where the power is. At the moment, that's where the power is. If people ask questions, then the onus is on the person having the procedure to make sure that their surgeon is fully trained. And I would say to you, ask away. You know, if you want to ask me any questions, ask me about my training, ask me about my experience. And if you find that your doctor's not happy to talk about that, then that's ringing alarm bells in itself. So caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. That's where we are at the moment. I'm afraid the onus is on the patient to make sure that their doctor is fully trained and capable and experienced in doing their procedure. Good luck. If you've got any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave them here, or get in touch with me through my website or through Facebook and Twitter. And speak to you soon.